All right, Mike D'Angelo with the playlist. Michael,
Mike,
James, how the heck are you guys?
good,
Doing well. How are you?
good.
Doing damn good. It's an honor to speak to you both. I watched Knox Goes Away yesterday, thoroughly enjoyed it. So congrats on another winner for you guys.
Mike, I can't help but notice a poster on the back of your.
Yeah, and there's a t-shirt here too.
Gotta be
You don't want to know what else I'm wearing, man. You don't want to know.
I
gotta
just,
be
What's
a
that?
stranger somewhere.
Yeah, there's a Sonic poster in the other room.
yeah.
I absolutely want to dive into Knox Goes Away, but want to take some time right up top here just to uh, tell one of my heroes how much they mean to me. Obviously, Michael, as I yes, James, as I'm
Gosh.
sure
Okay.
as I'm sure you hear all the time, Michael. The year was 1989, and I was an impressionable 4-year-old when that movie came out. Batman, of course. It cracked my brain open. It made me fall deeply in love with storytelling and movies and all of that. And I've been chasing that dragon ever since. So it put me where I am today. I would not be the same without it, without you or Mr. Burton. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Welcome. You were four.
I was 4 years old in 1989. Yeah.
Now, what did you? That's a lot to take in at four.
You have
Oh,
no idea, man. You broke me.
that's giant. That's the imagery and all the sound alone and everything for four. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
oh, dude, what was
Yeah.
your mom and dad said? Yeah, we're good. Just
They saw a superhero and they're like, yeah, go for it. Watch it.
found yourself, or did your parents at least take you? Did you just wander to the theater alone? They
I
taught.
I don't I
Took
don't
it.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember the theatrical experience. I remember watching it over and over again on my living room floor, is what I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Traumatic response kind of way, or
Yeah.
like a.
Yeah, just crying in a curled up ball.
That's wow. That's
Yeah. I
wild.
hear those stories like, oh, I saw The Exorcist for the first time when I was
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
What? Or even
Yeah.
Jaws.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I saw Jaws around then too, but
Oh, really?
Wow. Wow.
yeah. But with my experience with Batman in mind, I'm wondering what you both have as kind of those movies for you that you look back and you're like, man, this one broke me open and made me fall in love with this little thing I've become.
That's for me as that age I'll bet you when I say this, he's gonna go, well, I love those movies too. And that's before you were probably aware of, like, it's not that Easy Rider was a perfect movie because it wasn't, but
Mm,
it did, and I remember, and Midnight Cowboy, that whole, Five Easy Pieces, that whole, that slew of those movies when that started, especially things like Midnight Cowboy, and or those, no one really saw movies like that there, because I don't know, to this day I couldn't tell you what type of movie that is. I don't know what type
yeah.
of movie that is. And oh man, I can think of so many, so many, so many, so many. I mean, this is later when I was not young anymore, but movies like The Verdict are kind of perfect. They're kind of
Oh,
perfect,
yeah. Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
go, if you say, yeah, it's good, but there is no but.
No, no, it's perfect. In
Yeah,
fact, is that Newman? Did he get nominated for that?
finally, I
Finally,
think.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But and also those movies,
What
man,
did you?
how what oh my answer to that yeah, Star Wars. No. Um what sort of broke it open for me? I mean, I guess that's not a lie, right?
Yeah,
I
right.
was
Star Wars, yeah.
yeah, I
Makes
was
sense.
5, 6 years old in the late 70s, and it was Jaws.
Yeah,
Jaws broke it open for me.
Jaws is
To me,
amazing.
that's a perfect movie too.
That is.
The score, the acting,
Yes,
the fact that the shark didn't work, and so they had to, those limits actually ended up helping the creative process.
it's true.
I,
That movie, when you think about that, because that's like would be considered probably like big and popular and everything, and it is popular. And you go, it's like E.T. When I see Spielberg down there, I know he goes, dude, why do you keep talking about it? Like, look what I've done. And I know it. I'm like the giant fan, but I look at things like E.T. and Jaws, and I go, it's so good.
yeah,
Jaws is so, how
yeah,
great is Dreyfus in that? And
terrific. I mean,
and
and Robert Shaw,
Robert
Shaw,
Shaw.
all of them. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, The Godfather's on TV. If I'm
Oh,
flipping
yeah.
the channels,
Oh,
I gotta watch it.
that's the movie. That's the movie. Like, there are a couple movies where you go, you've seen it 1,000 times. You're walking through the living room, happens to be on. You go, oh yeah, it's Godfather. I just I'm in a hurry, but I'm just gonna watch this one scene. Like 2 hours later, you're sitting like this, like, you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
and how they held up still. Yeah, and you can go
Yeah.
further back than that, like Billy Wilder.
Yeah.
Some great Sunset Boulevard. I
I
think,
actually
Double
met Billy
Indemnity.
Wilder one time for a minute. Yeah, he was real grouchy.
Oh, was he?
Yes, but funny grouchy, which I understand he was. He was kind of like, gruff,
Yeah,
said what he thought, so.
cantankerous.
Yeah,
I'm
there you
sorry.
go. There's your time, dude. You shouldn't
All right.
go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So second time you've directed a movie, Michael.
Yes.
Second time you've played a killer in the movies you're directing. I guess it begs the question, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on?
No, it is weird. And it is odd. And here's to even add to that. Though the first one took place, I don't even like movies. I don't dislike them, but I'm not like pursuing contract killer movies.
Yeah.
I think people have done it better than I will ever be able to do it, and it doesn't interest me. But that's not what it was. That's not what Knox Goes Away is really. But that's the job. But here's another weird one for you. That last one I made with Kelly MacDonald,
The Merry Gentleman.
gentlemen, it takes place in Chicago. Actually, this took place in Chicago. I think the original script, I think, took place in Chicago. But I wanted to really also, I really wanted to make it a more of a California like, and I also specifically didn't in Merry Gentlemen. I wanted people not to know where it was. Like, I didn't want to. There's a little shot where you kind of see the L, but I didn't want any of those iconic things. And then a little bit of that in this, except that I wanted to also feature the valley. San Fernando Valley. It's really interesting, the valley, and so yes, it's a weird thing, and I didn't plan it. I'm not pursuing those kind of things. I'm not interested. It's weird to me that both of those, I'm a contract killer and etc. But this is much different from.
Yeah. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, I've been watching like a bunch of your movies just to kind of, throw them on there. Both of your movies, actually. I threw on Disturbing Behavior this morning as well. But so I basically, I've been watching both of you, and James really is a dead ringer for young Michael Keaton. Like, you could see this guy being your son. Um,
I
I'll
say,
Take
take
it.
what did I say about you being handsome?
I
No,
gotta
it is
stop. I
weird.
gotta stop.
It is weird. I didn't even think of it much. You have to think of it a little bit, so you go, okay, yeah. And then I kind of didn't think about it. And was watching it in daily stuff. I thought, oh yeah, that could work. And then what's really weird is when you see Marcia Gay.
I was just gonna say, I mean,
Yeah.
she looks like
Yeah.
my mother.
Really?
And yeah, my real mother was living in Oklahoma. Just they are dead ringers for each other. But I could totally see this. Like, it almost worked too well.
Yeah.
If these are
Yeah.
my parents, but I'm their son, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got her, you got Pacino, which is crazy. I mean, I know you guys have both worked with tons of icons, but Pacino is Pacino. So ultimately, I mean, I'm assuming you enticed him with a warm bathtub and that cold Chinese food, correct?
He's a trooper, man. That Chinese was not in that. I added that. That was not in the script. In fact, we were talking the other day. I can't remember if it took place in a bathroom or in a bathtub originally. I think it was in the script, but the Chinese food wasn't in there. I said, how about Chinese food? You eat Chinese food, And he's such a gamer, man. Because you have to respect this guy, and he may say, "Yeah, I don't really want to be." First of all, props, more props.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I got to be believable in the scene. He had this really cool thing. If you look real closely, he's got a scar right here from where he'd been shot. That was his idea, and so he was. Anyway, I could go on and on, but that was really fun directing him.
Yeah. And this is one of those mid-budget movies where, they're making less and less of these things. It's one of my favorite kind of, like, a human crime drama is one of my favorite things. And if it ain't a blockbuster, if it ain't awards bait, they ain't making it these days. So, did you have to fight for this one to be made for a while? Did you have to fight for the exclusive theatrical window, that kind of thing?
Shockingly, no, not in getting it made. The rest, I'm not really. That's not what I do. So a lot of this was, I mean, I know how it works basically, but once I signed on, said, I think I want to, I'll do this as an actor, but I think I want to direct it. And then Michael Sugar, one of the producers who brought it to me, said, really? I said, I could probably get that. I said, all right, whatever. And I didn't think about it. And they said, we got 3 places. I'll tell you about the different places. I said, okay, what do you like? You do this. I don't know. That wasn't a big, long discussion really. And we found it. And that part came together pretty quickly. And then the rest is hard. It's going to be hard from here on out because everything James and I were talking about, and you said that it's hard to do it. You know what I tell people a lot when they ask me what I've been doing when I was during that time? I said, I'm in the adult movie business. It's true.
With James Marsden.
Yeah. It's an adult movie. It's,
Yeah.
relationship between me and Johanna. What are you going to say? Well, maybe she shouldn't be no, she's a prostitute. And also, is she? I'll talk forever about this because she and I really talked about, I said, I don't know, how do you even define that? What do you might have another job. I don't know. And there's zero judgment on it. It's actually a very extraordinarily grown up relationship. And also I thought a really mature relationship, and I said, no, there's zero judgment in this thing. This is how it works. This is how it has to work. She sent me pages of what she thought about the character and what she saw. Yeah, it's impressive, man. Really impressive.
Nice. That's when you got someone right. I have to ask at least one Batman question. You were finally able to obviously reprise the role of Bruce Wayne in Batman and the Flash, and the Batgirl film we'll sadly never get to see. I talked to Andy Muschietti. I talked to Adil and Bilal.
Those 2 guys are interesting guys.
High energy, right?
Yeah.
What was it like to kind of have those experiences all these years later? And did it kind of alter your relationship with the character and the fans and all that?
No, it's just, I don't look at it like that. I just kind of say, oh, this is pretty good. This is well written. I've done this one well, so it should be fun. And then it's all director kind of, what is it about this guy Andy, or the boys,
Yeah.
sense of the time,
Yeah.
fit, schedule.
Absolutely. James, you also had a big career moment playing a superhero at one point in your career with Cyclops in the X-Men. Deadpool 3 is right around the corner. They seem to be bringing back everybody and their mother. I won't ask you directly. That way you don't have to like squirm here.
Oh, I was waiting for you to ask me.
But
No,
yeah, go ahead. Do you think Deadpool and Cyclops would get along? That kind of thing?
No, I think those are 2 opposite personalities. But I think they would respect each other. Yeah, no, I keep hearing about that. I can't walk down the street without someone asking me. So evidently, it's a lot
See you in Deadpool, man.
chatter about that. Yeah, be fun.
And then Michael, you got Beetlejuice coming up.
Yeah.
So how was it to jump back into that character? I know you that was one of your favorite characters to play at one point.
Yeah, ever. It's fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Nervous time though, because we waited a long time and had a lot of discussions behind the scenes for years, Tim and I. And I admit that I was usually don't get nervous. I just go, okay, I've got to go to work. I just look at it like, okay, time to go it's my job, right? Just got to go to work. This is what I was nervous about, because pressure is on, but I weirdly kind of like it like that sometimes. But Tim was more solid than ever.
No, I'm really excited. You and Jenna and Winona, everybody that's coming back. James, my boys would choke me if I didn't ask about Sonic 3. That was the first movie that I took my 4-year-old to. He absolutely loves it. Yeah.
4-year-old had a better experience than you did it for. Or not. I mean,
I also took him to the Flash, so I probably broke him a little bit there.
You did? What did he do when he saw all these things? They flip out.
He loved him. He's just like me.
Oh, that's great. I love hearing that. Love hearing that. Yeah, we just wrapped. Actually, we were near the Deadpool stages actually over there in Pinewood.
Oh, convenient.
Yeah.
That's cool.
This little Pandora's box. Yeah, no. Look, I didn't, I think franchises, I even hate that word franchise, but a movie where you make several of them sequels, and that's kind of you don't really see that often happen much anymore. So I feel really proud of how what we've created and the response from the fans and everything. We just had to get the animation right in that first movie. But great family, all positive. Jim's just having a ball. He's in his like inspiration zone. And it just keeps.
Plus, people haven't seen him for a while too, and he's
and
wildly imaginative.
yeah, he really is. And he comes to set with kind of like you mentioned, like pages and pages, pages.
Really?
Like sheet music for the day, like really calculated, prepared. So it's a joy to watch him have a good time. Like,
Yeah.
Really enjoying it again. So it's great. It's very lucky to be a part of it, and I think fans are going to be excited about all the new characters. Your boy.
I can't wait to see all of it. Yeah, my little boy will be there with bells on, man.
Excited about Shadow coming in.
Absolutely.
Nope,
he knows all about it. He knows all about it. But they're giving me the wrap. They're going to pull me out of here. For our listeners, I will just say Knox Goes Away hits theaters exclusively on March 15th. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. Thanks so much.
Thank you.